And this is the United States of America NSA Jake Sullivan, who's spoken on the India-Canada standoff. And what he has said is that as soon as we heard from the Canadian Prime Minister publicly about the allegation, we went out publicly ourselves and expressed our deep concerns about them, our support for the law enforcement process to get to the bottom of exactly what happened and to ensure that the perpetrators are held accountable. We are in constant contact with our Canadian counterparts. We are consulting with them closely. We support the efforts that they are undertaking in this investigation, and we have also been in touch with the Indian government as well. Now let's have a quick look at what Jake Sullivan exactly had to say.
I'm not going to get into private diplomatic conversations that have either already happened or are going to happen on this topic, only to say that we have been and will be in contact with the Indians at high levels on this issue. It is a matter of concern for us. It is something we take seriously. It is something we will keep working on. And we will do that regardless of the country. There's not some special exemption you get for actions like this. Regardless of the country, we will stand up and defend our basic principles, and we will also consult closely with allies like Canada as they pursue their law enforcement and diplomatic process.
Abhishek, coming back to you. Now, this is quite a crucial statement that's coming in. And before we get into discussion, I would also like to cite something that a senior journalist has said, because that is with regards to what the NSA Jake Sullivan has said. Yesterday, Daniel Boardman, who's a senior journalist, Canadian journalist, has also brought in the point of China's involvement and the kind of pressure that might be put on by Chinese counterparts on the Canadian government, that is Trudeau's government. So in that particular sense as well, and what NSA Jake Sullivan has also said, how are we to look at America's stand in this entire confrontation that's going on between the two countries?
I think the US stand, or for that matter, other Canadian ally like Australia or UK's stand, has been very cautious and very frank and standard when they have said that something, if their ally is saying that this is true, then it is concerning and there should be rule of law, there should be no violation of sovereignty and territorial integrity of any other countries. And that is true if countries follow rule of law, and this is what India's stand has also been. The only thing is that Justin Trudeau has not been able to, give or share the kind of evidences that he has on the basis of which he has been putting those allegations against India. And until those evidences are out in the public domain, or at least they are shared with the government bodies, there cannot be any commentary, any strict action, or any strict direct allegations that will be supported by these countries also. Talking about the aspect that the Trudeau government has not been able to give. Also, there has always been a biasness in the Justin Trudeau's government and his Liberal Party in Canada, and they have always been sided along with the khalistani elements in the past. Also, there have been reports that the security agencies of Canada has in the past also expressed some kind of threat or suspicion or concern about the Sikh extremism standing or getting some roots in Canada, but those reports were later on dismissed by the Canadian government. We have also seen the killing of Pakistani nationals in Canada happening. There has not been any investigation that could have led to any substantial probe or anybody being arrested or any charges leveled against Pakistani agencies. There have been clear violation of Canadian so-called sovereignty because of the Chinese involvement, the meddling of Chinese, in internal politics into the Canada. But then Justin Trudeau government has been kind of silent on that, or at least they have not been able to take any action or not, trying to level those massive charges against Chinese government. So, because that does not serve him politically, because the Khalistani elements, he himself believes that probably those 1.2, about 1 million.
Abhishek, I'm so sorry. I will have to interrupt you there and I will come back.